I welcome you all to join us today on our activity Paint It Loud. Today we intend to showcase how arts can also be a form of interpretation, a form of expression of gender-based violence. And we also intend to showcase some stories of strong survivors who are here with us today. And we intend to, just brainstorm on how we can bring an end to gender-based violence in Nigeria.
In PPFN, what we do here is support these survivors by giving first-line support. We give counseling generally on information you need to know about GBV. We have CLHE that gives a concrete information to young people less than 19 years old about these abuse situations, both avoiding them and people or norms that people feel are norms and are not actually violence.
So I know gender-based violence is a critical issue in this country, and we must all put our hands together to see that yes, we bring everything to a stop. There is nothing like halfway. We must ensure that yes, we put a stop to this, and to put a stop to this, all hands must be on deck by way of collaboration with people right in the community or to the people at the top to stop gender-based violence.
Just in case nobody has told you, you matter. Your stories matter. Your histories matter. Your mistakes matter. That you're not your mistakes. And just in case you have made a mistake on life's lane, the time to take a different lane was yesterday, but the next best time is now. Above all, once again, plan your life before your life plans you.
Taking a look at social media currently today, the highest percentage of people you find on social media are youths and people that are below the age range of 35 or yes, downward. And the Young Action Movement actually stands to help people understand that gender-based violence is a very, very sensitive topic, and it's something that we should also look upon to help better the society and eradicate those social norms that can also affect the mental health of young ladies and girls.
As we gather today to mark the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, under the theme of 2025, Unite to End Digital Violence Against Women and Girls, we stand together in solidarity, resolute in our commitment to combating a pervasive scourge of violence that affects countless women and girls worldwide. I call upon each one of us to be agents of change, to be champions of equality, and to be advocates for the future where gender-based violence has no place in our society. Together, we have the power to build a world where every individual is respected, valued, free to thrive without fear of violence. Let us unite to end digital violence against women and girls and build a more just, equitable, and inclusive future for all.
For this particular intervention, I'd like to talk to young people. Young people who mostly use the digital media space. Young people who are mostly affected by the outcomes of what happens on digital media, especially as it relates to GBV. Before you post it, pause. Before you comment, think. Before you repost, pause. Before you share that intimate photo which was shared with you in love, pause. Remember, someone's mental health, someone's life, someone's overall well-being might just be tied to your actions online. And if you see something that's bad, say something. If you know talk who go talk? It's in our hands.
Gender-based violence happens to everybody. Speak.
raise your voice, talk to people, share ideas, create awareness.
I believe that young people are very instrumental to ending gender-based violence, and that is why for this 16 days of activism, PPFN is incorporating the youth wing of the organization, which is the Youth Action Movement. The Youth Action Movement are part of every of our programming that we do, but most especially the gender-based violence activism. We want to make sure that we amplify their voices in partnering with Federal Ministry of Women Affairs and other important stakeholders like the United Nations Women as well. Let's stand up to fight against gender-based violence. Let's make sure that youth voices are heard, and let's ensure that we speak out against gender-based violence.
The forces that promote and enable gender-based violence continually work in alliance, and so working in alliance with forces that prevent and render support services to victims is the only way to stand up to those who have been enabling sexual and gender-based violence over the years.
Do not be silent. It is time to stand up. It is time to speak. It is time for your voice to be heard. No means no. What I've learned from consent is no means no, yes means yes. So when I say no, I mean no. So whenever somebody abuses you, don't be silent. Do not hide from your pain. Come out, let the world see your pain. Let the world hear your voice. I believe when your voice is heard, changes will be made.
Today I'm here and I'm accompanying PPFN with the 16 days of activism. It's also something we're doing around the world. Also, we are talking about what happened with sexual and gender-based violence and conflict-related gender violence in the 16 days of activism. It's important to say that sexual and gender-based violence have many different facets and ways of showing. We discussed about FGM, we discussed about also child marriage, of violence against women and girls in different ways and forms that exist. And we know that Africa is also a continent who do a lot of activism and FGM.
No say it no concern you. It is everybody's concern. Whether it no happen to you, no mean say it no they happen to your neighbor. Come out, everybody. Make we put hands together to bring this to an end.
So, what's your color of GBV? Is it trees? Is it red? Is it orange? GBV has many hues, many faces, and now it's gone online. It becomes more alarming. So please, before you do anything, think before you act. Pause. Engage your brain before you hit the post button online.
If I no talk, who go talk? If you no talk, who go talk? If we no talk, who go talk?
Remember, online, offline, in your community, wherever you find yourself, gender-based violence, you know it as GBV. It stinks. Stop it.
My people, if you no talk, who go talk? If me I no talk, who go talk? Now silence, they say, then they kill man. So make we talk out now.
Rape is a weapon of war, and we need to continue talking about it. We need to continue explaining what are the consequences of sexual and gender-based violence.
We have received a lot of cases of young people who their images are put online without their consent, their intimate images. They are being harassed. They are even activists online are being threatened for actually speaking up. And that's why it's very important at this period also to address these issues. The question is, what next? Because this is just for 16 days. After the 16 days, are we going to continue to advocate to stop online gender-based violence or gender-based violence generally? I mean, when I started working in DNF, I thought that these stories were just movies, like it cannot happen in real life. But these are actual people, and today we're actually even going to be listening to real people, survivors, talk about their stories.
Here we have two survivors who have decided to share their stories with us today. They are from Dorothy Njemaze Foundation. It's a survival center where they provide help to gender-based violence victims and survivors. So today, these brave young women have come and shared their stories with us. This young woman here was raped by her father. Unfortunately, she was able to receive help from the Dorothy Njemaze Foundation. They were able to provide healthcare service to her, and they've been sheltering her ever since. And today, she's been able to complete her secondary school education. Please, a round of applause for her. This young lady here was trafficked from Lagos down here to Abuja, and she was dropped at a beer parlor. Something, I don't know how to make it relatable to you. A beer parlor like a pub, yes. A pub, like a pub, where you sell alcohol and stuff. Yes, yes. And the lady in charge of there, she was left in her care. However, she was working with her, but for 3 months she wasn't getting paid. Instead, she was pimped out to men. And one unfaithful day, she was raped by one of those men and left to fend for herself. She was brave enough to report to the police. The man in question was arrested, but unfortunately justice wasn't served. He was quickly released. And she got a baby from that unfortunate encounter. And now she has given birth to that baby. Please a round of applause for her. She's also been taken care of by the Dorothy Njemaze Foundation, and she's been living in that particular shelter. So these two ladies came here and stood in front of all these people and talked about their stories. And now we are encouraging the people who have listened to them today to personalize their stories, to speak up, to help out, because gender-based violence is a thing of everybody. It affects everybody, not just the victim, not just the survivor. We all have a role to play. We've also played a series of documentaries by the DNF, and we've also shared conversations after watching these stories about how it is important to speak out when you're in the situation of helping a victim or a survivor. We are going to have a video session, advocacy video on gender-based violence.
So we don't know whether Nigeria don't sabi now and never sabi.
By humans, and so we're wondering if...
My name is Halima once again. The inspiration behind my painting is when we were upstairs and we were watching those videos, there's a saying that I picked up during one of the documentaries. And the person said, if we don't talk, who will talk? And I picked that saying as my motto of the day and my friend of the day.
Of course, all the paintings there, they are all relevant. They are also speaking to domestic violence, they are speaking to sexual abuse, and they are speaking to harmful practice. All of them are things to me. And my own addition here is, please don't stop to talk. Open your mouth and talk so that other people will learn, and the issue of rape and gender-based violence can be truncated.
Today also reminds us of the importance of raising awareness against gender-based violence, all forms of violence as a whole, towards women, girls, and boys also, because male involvement is quite important. Through creativity, community, and shared purpose, we continue to strengthen our commitment to a safer Nigeria.
And 8 out of those 10 are minors. So we must treat SGBB with every sense of responsibility. We must speak conscience to ourselves.
Please, I want to make I remind you now of something. You see, don't be But now, me, I just want to talk about how you won't take no, say that they beat this woman, that they touch this child, that they do this one.
Wai yanzu ta mana magana yadda kika gane idan ana dukan ko namiji a gidan shi ko ko shi ya duka matan shi shi ma a gidan shi. Illolin kuma magana ke gane ka san me yake ciki.
On behalf of our district head, Public, Your Highness, Naji Musa Espada.
Okay, ya ce sannan ku da
until Human Rights Day of December 10th, all us to actions.
Duk wannan taron zai faru Allah da zamu ƙara sanin abin da ke ciki daga abin da kama daga 10 din nan zuwa wannan 16 da za a yi.
Gender-based violence remain one of the most passive for human rights violations in our world, and regrettably, right here within our own community. Our community is our strength. When one member is unsafe, we are all unsafe. Let us use these 16 days to illuminate the darkness.
Gender-based violence is a collective fight. We are all supposed to stand in solidarity to end gender-based violence.
Ta ce ta gode muku da zuwa, ta gode mai iyayen da suka zo, ta gode mai iyayen da suka zo mamaman da suka zo mana, ta gode mai sarakunan mu, ta gode mai kowa da kowa suka samu suka zo na kula mu. Wai kanan kun zo ku an muku magana an fitar da ku batun yadda ake samu a yance ka daga wahalar da ake samu namiji ko na mace ko yaran mu a cikin jama'a. Wai ta gode muku da zuwa.
So thank you once again. Our flyers are being shared around. For those that have smartphones, please, you can scan the code there and reach out to a doctor. As my colleague have said, Nira will be here waiting for you for any complaints you have so they can attend to your needs. Thank you very much.
Okay, scan and away. Wannan kudin za ka shige shi za ka samu yi magana a waya. Da lokacin da kuma da za su ce maka gashi waɗanda kake da shi za ka yi maka gargaɗi kuma shawara da za ka yi ka samu a cikin kudin. In ka da waya kuma waya Android phone za ka samu da farko da cikin wannan kai scanning ɗin shi.